Good morning, and good morning. Just trying to cross the road. The prom is packed. Oh, here we go. It's about, 8:15, I think, something like that. We're on Thursday the 20th, something like that. Anyway, it's not too bad at all, to be fair. The sun's out. A little bit of a nip on the breeze at the moment, but it's later on it's going to be great. Just walk into the sun for you. Tide's right out. Now then, yesterday, can you see how far it's out there at North Pier? Well, tried getting round the back yesterday at very, very low tide. All I'm going to say is drenched. That was yesterday. I didn't go out all day yesterday until about 5:30ish. I had to get out just for, a little wander. And I noticed how far out the tide was. And those that's been watching the channel know. But try to get around the back of there. You won't be able to do it right now. It's not out far enough, that. Show you a tick. See what I mean? It doesn't look it, but that's quite deep at the back there. Anyway, let's get back to normal screen. So yeah, it's not a bad day. Very busy. But it's rush hour, isn't it? I presume. Anyway, let's have a little wander. You can see over to the lakes there. You can see over to the wind farm. See how big it is, the wind farm. Hopefully that's coming out. You can't always see what you can see by the eye. You can't always see on screen. Isle of Man over that way somewhere. I can never get that in on this phone, no matter how clear. So yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a cracking day. Yeah, let's have a walk down here. We've not been down the colonnades for ages, have we? Let's have a wander down here. Hold your noses. Yeah. I have said before, don't come down here after dusk. Well, unless you want to. I did once on the colonnades. Did I need a total, refurb, shall we call it, or just a lick of paint? I mean, do you know what I mean? It's looking like it's more than a lick of paint, isn't it? Well, you've seen us walk on the top of these God knows how many hundreds of times when we've done early mornings and that around about here. They did look, when they were first done, and for what I expect a couple of 3 decades afterwards, they look great, but then you can imagine what they get used as. There you go. Right down the colonnades. And of course, Low Walk just over. Now then, something strange going on with this screen, because normally I have, like how many minutes have gone and what have you at the top. It's as though this is doing the wrong way round. So this video might actually go the wrong way round when it comes on later. Don't know why that would be, to be honest. That is really funny. I've just noticed it now. Anyway, let's have a wander. Yeah, you can see, you're probably a bit clearer now, is it? In the North Pier. Yeah, I'll put that vid on later. It was a bit of a... Anyway. More than wet feet. A cracking morning. Look how still the sea is. And you can once again see out to the horizon. See out to the horizon. It is. It's one of them days, isn't it? You just love to cracking for a wander along the prom. Get back, get a bit of brekkie. Well, it's not that warm yet, mate. Bloke just up top with just a t-shirt on. Let's run a good walk. Braver man than me. I've got my big jacket on. My hands are a bit nippy. Now then, if you are coming over the weekend to Blackpool, be aware that the promenade's going to be shut for a few hours. It's the marathon. Noticed that yesterday, the day before, when I was down central. I meant to mention it then. We're having a wander down here. On a lower walk. See where they start, just there, the lower walk, middle walk and the prom walk, whatever you want to call it, upper walk. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a nice day. Yeah, so if this is the wrong way round when it gets uploaded, apologies, but we'll have to just have to do with it for this vid. I don't know why it's done that. I've just noticed it then. Let's have a wander down. Much prefer the ramps and the ramps, you know what I mean, these ways, than the steps. Let's put it that way. Yeah, so that's on Sunday when the prom's going to be shut for a few hours. So if you're in the car, just be aware. See, you've got benches all along. Loads of them, look. Now I'll show you over here. Don't forget, I'm not great with heights. I remember when they first did these, you know, the new seawall. This was new. I was still at school. I'm saying new seawall. Yeah, I was at school, so it must have been about 81 or something like that. I left 83. So, 81, 82. I'm sure I was at upper school, Tosley. Isn't it quiet? So quiet this time in the morning. Really is, isn't it? Let's have a wander back up, because I'm not going up them steps there. There's not a prayer. Them ones in front. We just make them out about there. Ish. Wow. So when you're on middle walk, you can see how much higher you are. Can you get a bit of a... You can never really get the gradient, if you know what I mean, but you are quite a bit higher. So when you see it crashing over, when we do them videos when it's crashing over and I'm on middle walk and it's crashing over here, it is going to be a high tide later, because it was a very, very low tide yesterday. Yes, last night, if you know what I mean. So when it's in later on, should be a high tide. It's not going to be crashing over it. There's no wind or anything, is there? Look how still it is. Yeah, when it's a very high tide though, coupled with the, if there's a little bit of a storm going on, that's when you get it obviously crashing over then. we'll go back up the colonnade. I mean, when I did the colonnades, actually on the colonnades, you see where all the wire's been cut for the lighting that would have had at one time all along the colonnades. Yeah, so instead of being portrait, this could be landscape, or should I say the other way around. Really strange. Anyway, we're alright for one vid, aren't we? It's weird for YouTube, you have to do it horizontal, if you know what I mean. Put your phone across horizontal. If you're doing Facebook or anything like that, or the others, you have to do it the other way around. So, if you know what I mean. Is that an old... Yeah, they're just crumbling, aren't they? Literally just crumbling. What would they have been for? For the wiring, isn't it? I presume. They'd have held the wiring that once was. It's a bit more obvious when we get up to, when back up the ramp. And then yeah. When you see that, like that, it's like I'm standing on there most mornings. It doesn't look like it's gonna, yeah. I'll show you here. See where they're all cut. They've all been cut over the years. The wiring and that. I wonder if that's coming out. You can see on everyone, look. What would have been the lights? Anyway, hold your noses again. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? What would have been a, you know, like a cracking area to walk along at one time. You know, these colonnades. They just, the years haven't been kind now, have they? Well, that's better. Back in the sun. Back in the sunshine. Yeah, so where we normally walk, if you just remember what we've just seen down there, it crumbling a bit, and you're walking along here, all you've got is them stanchions holding this bit up. And you think on it. Anyway, hopefully this will come out the right way round. We'll see. If not, apologies, but hey, only one vid out of 650, is it, or something? So then, let me know how everyone is. It's been a couple of days since we put a early morning one on, so it's almost live basically, innit? Most of all, stay safe, you know what it is. Have a cracking day.